So we are trying to solve a design example of circular slab, a circular slab for a circular room. So in order to design circular slab, we are taking a problem. First problem, the same problem which we are going to do is given in the textbook of BC Punmia, chapter 42, circular slabs, chapter 42 of BC Punmia. Here is the question, example 42.1. The same problem we are going to write in your note. Okay, page number 1057 as per limit state method of design. So firstly, we have to know the L by D ratio of circular slab. You know the L by D ratio for one-way slab, two-way slab, etc. So from that value, we are finding out the L by D ratio of circular slab. So unfortunately, there is no direct caudal provision for L by D ratio of circular slab. It has been found out that L by D ratio is 45. That is given in the textbook of BC Punmia, how to calculate the L by D ratio of circular slab. That is equal to 1 and 1 by 3 times that of for a one-way slab. So to get L by D ratio of circular slab is equal to 20 L by D ratio of one-way slab into 1 and 1 by 3 times means 4 by 3 into a modification factor 1.68. Okay, it has been get from experimental investigations. So we will get the L by D ratio for circular slab as 45. So from that L by D ratio, we will get the depth required. That is 5000 is the length L. That is the diameter of the circular slab. Divided by 45, we will get 111 mm as the depth required. So from that depth required, we are going to find out the total depth. Okay, 20 mm nominal cover is provided and 8 mm dia bars is used. Okay, so this is a view of a circular slab. So while drawing the reinforcements, we are taking this view. So we have to draw this portion in the notebook. That can be drawn as like this. Okay, you can draw it like this, and next we have to calculate the total depth. So 8 mm dia bar is to be used. So we have got that 111 mm as the depth required. So that distance is from this top point to center of the bar, that is small d. So if you are using 8 mm bar, the diameter of the bar is 8 mm. So depth required is the distance from the top point to the center of this bar. Then remaining 4 mm half dia of the bar and 20 mm nominal cover. So adding these two values with 111 mm, we will get the total depth. That is 111 plus 4 plus 20. So 135 mm as the total depth. Next we have to calculate the load. Okay, so self weight is equal to volume into unit weight of concrete. We know that unit weight of concrete is 25 kilonewton per meter cube. Multiplying length, breadth, width, we will get the self weight. Okay, after getting the self weight, we have to calculate the total load. So superimposed load, which is given in the question itself, that is 3750, and self weight, adding that self weight to the superimposed load, we will get total load as 7125 Newton per meter square. So we know the equation for circumferential moment at center is equal to 3 by 16 WA square. We have studied in the starting of this chapter. That is equal to the radial moment at center, same value. Then circumferential moment at edges equal to 2 by 16 WA square. That is m theta E is 2 by 3 times of m theta C. That is 2 by 3 times of m theta C. 2 by 3 into 3 by 16 is equal to 2 by 16. So m theta E is 2 by 3 times of m theta C. Okay. So we have these equations for moment. Apart from the normal slab design, here we have two type of moments. One is circumferential and other is radial. Okay. So where A is the radius of the slab, diameter is 5000, then radius is equal to 2500 mm. So substituting these values, we will get the value for m theta C and m theta E. So next we have to calculate the effective depth small d. In order to calculate that, we know the equation mu is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square. So we can take the value of moment as largest among these values. So we can take 8349.6. So after taking that value, we know B is taken as unity. So we will get, FCK is given in the question itself. So we will get the depth value. So that is the effective depth value. We can get it from the equation. So after calculating, so this can be calculated like this also. So you can, it is easy to follow this equation. So in circular slab, in order to resist the radial bending moment and circumferential bending moment, we are providing reinforcements in radial direction as well as circumferential directions. So radial reinforcements are provided perpendicular to each other. Okay, so this is a radial reinforcement in y direction, then a perpendicular radial reinforcement in x direction. So one is placed above the other. Above that, we are providing a circumferential reinforcement. Okay, so first we have to provide radial reinforcement that is orthogonal to each other, 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers of radial reinforcements. So we have to calculate the area of radial reinforcement. Area of radial reinforcement. So before finding out the area for radial reinforcement, we have to find out the minimum depth required or minimum effective depth for calculating that. So we are providing a radial reinforcement in one direction and another radial reinforcement perpendicular to that. So effective depth is taken to the second layer of reinforcement. That is, total effective depth up to this bottom reinforcement is 111 mm. So effective depth to this second layer of reinforcement, that is perpendicular to first layer, that is equal to 103. Can we find out like this? 111 minus 4 minus 4. It is easily understand from this figure, that is half of the dia of the bottom reinforcement and half of the dia of the second layer of reinforcement. So we will get it as 103 mm. So after getting that, we have to compute the area of steel reinforcement in radial direction. So we know this equation by substituting the value of D as 103. Okay, we will get the AST value. And we can find out the spacing also. We are providing 8 mm bars. So A5 you can calculate From that, spacing can be found out as 138.25 mm. So we are taking spacing as 130 mm. So we can find out the area provided from this equation that you all know. Okay, then we are providing 8 mm bars at 130 mm center to center spacing in both the directions. Okay, in both the directions we are providing that. So next we have to know how to provide circumferential reinforcement or third layer of reinforcement. So tensile stress is present in the circumference. Okay, radial tensile stress at edge is 0, but circumferential tensile stress is there at the edges. So in order to find out the reinforcement required for the third layer, we have to find out the diameter, effective depth in case of third layer of reinforcement. That you all know how to find out it. That is 111 mm effective depth to the bottom reinforcement plus minus 8 mm, that is 103, minus 8 mm, that is to the center of the third layer of reinforcement. That is 95 is the value of effective depth in case of third layer. So you can find out, substitute that value of D here, and you can find out the AST required and spacing required. So we will get 194. We are providing 190 mm as spacing. So already I have said that m theta e is a 2/3 of the maximum moment at the center. Therefore, circumferential steel is to be provided for a length equal to 2/3 LD. LD is the development length, that is 47 into 8. So 2/3 into LD, that is 251. So from the circumference 250 mm distance, we have to provide the circumferential reinforcement. So you will get this value as number of bars can be found out from this equation, that is the length equal to 2/3 LD divided by the spacing plus 1. This way we can find out the number of bars in third layer, that is equal to 2.3, that is about 3 numbers. So minimum we are providing a 3 numbers of reinforcement bars. Okay. So you can see the detailing diagram much clearly in the textbook of BC Punmiya. Like this, you can see the detailing diagram. So from the circumference 251 mm, we are providing the circumferential reinforcement. So that can be seen from this figure also. At end 3 numbers, okay, 3 rings of 8 mm bars at 190 mm center to center spacing is provided. You can see at the both ends. So a bottom layer of radial reinforcement, above that perpendicular to that a radial reinforcement also is provided, second layer. Then third layer of circumferential reinforcement is also provided. So this is a detailing diagram. You can refer this detailing diagram in the problem given in the BC Punmiya textbook, that is page number 1058.